Well, hello, welcome to the vlog. As you can see, we're doing something different today. Instead of taking you long on just a week of dental hygiene school, I thought I would add in some cooking, what I eat in a day type stuff. Maybe having a reason to cook will make me cook more, and I love cooking, so it's like a win-win. So I'm gonna get all my groceries unloaded. I'm gonna tell you how much everything cost. I went to a few different stores, and then I'll break down what meals I plan to make, and I'll show some of those meals. So welcome to this week's edition of A Week in the Life of a Dental Hygiene Student. Hopefully you enjoy this type of content. Let me know in the comments if you do, or if you don't, leave me some criticism, some comments. I can take it all. But whatever you do, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'm gonna go ahead and get everything unloaded. Okay, so here's all my groceries laid out. I would call it a pretty successful shopping trip. I think I have everything that I need. There's nothing that I wasn't able to get. I'm gonna be using a ton of pantry staples, or maybe just stuff I have in my pantry. I don't know if it's a staple, because I know one of the things is like Israeli couscous, and like that's probably not like a staple. I have frozen protein, boneless skinless chicken breast. I had to buy some chicken thighs, but I was able to go to the co-op and I bought just the amount that I need, so I don't have any, downside kind of that I don't have any going into the freezer, but since I don't have any going in, I don't have to worry about trying to, plan to cook them. So I'm happy to just kind of have what I need. Let me go through everything. I'm gonna flip the camera around, show a different view for once, see how you guys like it. And I'll go through everything I bought, and I'll tell you what the ingredients are planned for, because I totally cook from recipes. Shame, just joking. And everything that I have is pretty much destined for a purpose. So fingers crossed I get to cooking everything, because I don't really have a meal plan. I would say that I used my favorite meal planning app. It's called Plan to Eat. I'll leave a referral link down below. Basically, you import your recipes either, by hand, or you can clip them from websites. And after you clip your recipes into Plan to Eat, you can get like an aggregate grocery list. So it's so pain-free going shopping. So I got all those recipes imported to the app, and I made my grocery list, but I didn't actually plan out like, okay, I'm gonna make this dish and eat it up for these 2 meals, whatever, etc., so on and so forth. So my proportions or whatever may be totally off, but I have made progress by actually getting food. I'm gonna meal prep, so we're just talking about progress here. Maybe if you guys like this video, I'll do it again and try to put a little bit more effort into making sure that the meals make sense, because I just went through my list and was like, that sounds delicious. So we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around. We're gonna go through all the groceries and I'll tell you what they're for. All right, so in true chaotic fashion, my mic is on the fritz, so if the audio is different, bear with me. 0 sugar, A&W root beer, cherry Coke Zero, pretty self-explanatory. I know I was saying in a previous vlog I wanted beverages, and this is not kombucha in any way, shape, or form, but it'll do. Moving on to what I got from Aldi. Comparatively speaking, pretty small Aldi haul here. I got these blueberries because when I'm making my little knockoff farmer's fridge bowl, I realized that they're definitely using fresh blueberries, and it really makes a difference. I got these rolled oats because I don't have enough oats. I have a ton of recipes that call for oats on my list. Let me get through the rest of the Aldi haul, and then I'll tell you guys what these items are for. Then we have this granola crunch oats and honey. That's my favorite one. I put it on top of my toasted coconut vanilla oatmeal. I saw some people were talking about this instant oatmeal. I decided to give it a try. I'm pretty much a fan of instant oatmeal, and who doesn't love a funfetti cake? I need some more avocado oil spray and these freeze-dried strawberries. These are for putting into the Special K. I have the name brand, but I have to be honest, I think that they're a little bit light on strawberries. So I'm gonna add a few more strawberries to the bowl to make myself like it and get to the box. Chopped pecans, vanilla extract, you kind of always need it. Italian seasoning, light butter with canola oil. I put this light butter in my grits, it's perfect. A little 3-pack of garlic, some third less fat cream cheese, can of cannellini beans, which I'll just tell you right now, this is not for anything that has to do with this week. I just saw a random recipe, and I think it was the most recent issue of the Cooking Light. Baking powder, Parmesan cheese. I feel like there was one more thing. Am I off base? And one thing I want to say about Aldi, the reason that I got most of this stuff at Aldi was because I put the stuff on my list for Walmart, and when I was inside Aldi, I just looked at the price that was on the shelf, And then I looked at my Walmart app. If it was cheaper at Aldi, I just removed it from my Walmart app. And I use my Walmart app shopping cart as like my shopping list when I go in the store. So what are these items for? The oats, I'm going to be making more of that coconut pecan granola so that I can make my farmer's fridge bowls. Really, I'm gonna be making a lot of breakfasts with oats and not typical oatmeal. I have a peanut butter breakfast oatmeal bowl. I have my knockoff farmer's fridge. I have key lime pie overnight oats, a seeded no knead bread as well, a dessert that is from Budget Bites, soft oat and nut bars, super delicious. They're not overly sweet or anything like that. They're really perfect. I can't wait to show you guys those. And then another strawberry cheesecake overnight oats. These overnight oats are really the best I've ever found, and they're pretty simple. The chopped pecans, I do have some, but just not enough. I'm gonna be making that coconut pecan granola and those soft oat and nut bars. The bars might call for walnuts, but I'm much more of a pecan girl. That was everything I got from Aldi. So moving on, I'm gonna show you just a few little things that I got from other stores. So I went to this little market and I got honey mangoes, and I'm gonna be using these to make mango sticky rice. They are a little ripe, but hopefully when I cut them open, they're totally fine. They probably are. So I get to make mango sticky rice. It's in the Instant Pot. I can't tell you how easy and how delicious it is. And I went to this place called United Noodles we have here, and I got these soba noodles for this cold soba sesame noodle recipe I have. I also picked up sriracha from that store, and I had to stop by just our store Cub and get these broccoli florets. They didn't have them at Walmart. I actually got this avocado and this 3-pack of peppers from Aldi as well. They just came from a second Aldi run. Now that I remember it, I think I actually got my green onions from Aldi, as well as my English cucumber and my baby Bella mushrooms. So excited to use these mushrooms to make a mushroom soup I saw on Budget Bites. That's what the seeded no knead bread is for as well, something to dip into the soup. Moving on to the co-op, I'll just show you the price on the chicken breast now. 0.85 pounds for $4.24. When I say chicken breast, it's not chicken breast, it's chicken thigh bone in. Also, from the same store that I got my soba noodles and my sriracha at, I grabbed some white miso. Now, I think this is white miso. I could be wrong, but I used Google Translate when I was in the store and it said white miso. So hopefully it's white miso. Let me actually grab everything out of this bag and then I will come right back. I actually had to go to 2 co-ops because I was looking for farro. I needed a cup and a half and I didn't want to pay, I think it was like $10 or $15 at Walmart. So I just wanted, you know, as much as I needed. And I had to go to a second co-op to get that. But at the first co-op, everything else was acquired. The chicken and this cabbage. I only need 2 cups, so I hope that this comes close to what I need without being super wasteful. I got this flax meal. I got these sesame seeds, cornmeal, hemp hearts, snow peas. I needed, I believe, a half a cup. And sugar snap peas, I needed a 1/4 cup. I was happy to get just the amount of those peas especially, instead of having to buy super big bags at Walmart that wouldn't be great quality and it would be a bunch of extra left over. All right, so that's all I got from the co-op. Let's move on to our Walmart. I'll go to the frozen first. Frozen blueberries, because when I make my Skinny Taste roll-up meal, I use the frozen blueberries. Same with the raspberries and the strawberries. I also got frozen juice concentrate, 1 apple, 1 orange, edamame. I need shelled edamame, so I'll be doing some work. Edamame is for this salad that I have that's going with this broiled miso salmon that I'm making. That's of course the reason for our miso. This salmon and salad combo is so delicious. I used to eat it all the time when I was a flight attendant and it was just wonderful. So I cannot wait to make that again. All right, freezer stuff, where it goes, and I'll be right back. So for dairy, I got 2 Dannon whole milk yogurts. An important distinction is these are not Greek yogurt. And then I got a, I guess you would call it like a low fat Greek yogurt, 2% fat. And almond milk, which of course is not dairy because it's almond milk. But I do need some whole milk Greek yogurt. I didn't want to buy a small container. These are pretty inexpensive. I want to say they're like $2.24 a piece. So I'd rather buy an extra one of these, not a whole extra one, but I'd rather just make sure I have enough whole milk yogurt, and I'll just strain some of that and it will strain down really nice. It does reduce by quite a bit. So that's why I wanted to make sure I had enough, because I do need whole milk yogurt as well. I just didn't want to buy a 3rd type of yogurt. Well, 3rd, I say that, but then I have all my Chobani flips here, which are basically dessert for me. This is a dessert light and fit, the strawberry cheesecake. I got a multi-pack of the strawberry cheesecake. It doesn't have the topping on it. It's just kind of like, this is like the breakfast version, this is the dessert version. And it also comes with the toasted coconut vanilla. That of course goes with my granola. And then I got these almond cocoa loco Chobani flip. Those are also a dessert yogurt. My tiramisu, which is basically just like a coffee yogurt. That is just my like morning yogurt. I get realizing now that I don't have a big variety. I only have 3 flavors. I think I do have maybe 1 or 2 flavors in my fridge. I have this heavy whipping cream. This is for that mushroom soup that I was mentioning. This is gonna make it really creamy. I'm realizing now that I don't think I told you guys what the cream cheese was for. That's for my overnight oats, both the key lime pie overnight oats and the strawberry cheesecake. It uses the cream cheese. I got 5 big, beautiful, delicious Cosmic Crisp apples. Cosmic Crisp is my new favorite apple. I had to hunt for those. The reason I like them to be big is because I have this apple slicer, but what you might not notice, or maybe you are noticing, is that it has 16 slices. So regular apple slicers have, I think, 8, and it kind of feels like your apple's over just like that. But the 16 one, it's like you're eating your apple forever, and you kind of have to make sure that the apples are big because this is a pretty big device, and otherwise you're gonna lose a bunch of your apples. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and apples. There you go. We also got some bananas. This is my bananas for the next couple days. This is my banana for today. I'm gonna eat that. Is anybody else like that, where they buy like bananas for the rest of the week and then they buy 1 banana for like the next day? Is that just a single me thing? I don't know. Back onto your refrigerated stuff, we have some string cheese. I love taking these to work or to school. They're just nice to have like a really quick snack if you need something. I got some Italian parsley, and I got carrots, and I got lemons. I believe 1 pound of carrots, 2 pounds of lemon. Oh, this is also from Aldi. Oh, I am not good at this. Sorry, guys. Norwegian Atlantic salmon, 0.78 pounds. I feel like I needed only 8 ounces. Yeah, I only needed 8 ounces of the salmon. That's for my broiled miso salmon. So this is about a 1/4 pound too much, but I'll just make the portions bigger. Who cares, right? So that salmon was from Aldi, but the bacon was from Walmart. I don't have any need for this. I've been having like a old school bacon, egg, and pancake breakfast lately. I don't really have a recipe for it. Grapes for my DIY Starbucks protein box. I also got 3 romaine hearts. I'm trying to come up to 4 cups of romaine. I'm sure that's going to be plenty. The romaine is not only for my Asian chopped salad, but it's also for this recipe that is so delicious. I'm going to use some harissa, I don't know how you say it, that I already have in the cabinet as like a dressing type thing for this salad, in addition to one of those whole milk yogurts. It's a food cart style chicken salad with white sauce. It's from Skinny Taste. It is so delicious. It uses those chicken thighs that I got from the co-op. That's kind of what that goes for. So amazing. The baby arugula and spinach that I have here. This is another Skinny Taste recipe. It's from, I believe, Skinny Taste Meal Prep. It's pesto chicken and roasted veggie farro bowls. I'm so excited for that. That's what some of these onions are going to be for. That's of course what the farro is for. That's what one of those multicolored bell peppers that I have, that's for. It is so delicious, so hearty. I'm excited for that one. Of course, I needed some vanilla bean paste. That goes in my berry granola bowls. And then I got grits, just because I love grits. I got some chicken in bites baked snack crackers because I think I was hungry when I went to the grocery store. Same reason for this cereal. I'm trying a new cereal. Apple cider vinegar goes in that food cart chicken. Mirin is for my Asian chopped salad, I believe, or the miso salmon, or both. Soy sauce also for some of those meals, and plus you just need soy sauce. I decided to like pay a little extra and get the Kikkoman. I think they won an America's Test Kitchen, but I think it was the regular soy sauce. I don't know if I don't know what soy sauce is you know, I'm supposed to be eating, but whatever. This coconut milk certainly didn't win any of their awards, but I've had it. It tastes delicious. The ingredients are basically just coconut water and guar gum, so I'm happy with it. I wanted to get the Walmart brand Worcestershire sauce. They didn't have it. It would have only been $1. I think I paid $4 for that, which is crazy. I don't know if I said what my Parmesan is for. Parmesan goes in my spinach arugula pesto. It also is going to be in this lemon pasta that I'm making to go with I didn't actually buy any of the ingredients for it this time because I basically bought them a couple days ago. I have some cherry tomatoes. I have this long lost spaghetti, 6 ounces from one of these meal boxes that I'm finally going to get to use. I guess I'm like 2 days beyond the Best By date, but it's not going to just spontaneously go bad in 2 days. So I'll use that. Let's see. Did I forget anything from Walmart? Oh yeah. I got another vegetable better than bouillon. I got 2 Fuji apples for my granola bowls, 1 yellow onion. Let's see, what's the yellow onion for? This yellow onion is for the creamy pesto chicken. I also needed to get some more chicken bouillon powder. This is an ingredient that goes in that caramelized pork. I'm gonna make that sometime in the next few days, and I wanted to make sure that I had all the ingredients. Last time I left one ingredient out, I could totally tell it threw the whole recipe off. Don't want that to happen again. And I feel like that's everything. Did I get everything? Wow. Oh, I had a lime. The lime is for my key lime pie overnight oats. I think that's all of my stuff. So I'm gonna put everything away, and then we're gonna sit down and I'll chat about the cost. All right, so let's get down into the pricing so you can see how much money I spent on all my groceries. My mic decided that it was no longer gonna have a tantrum, so hopefully it doesn't start acting up in this video. All right, so I'm gonna start with kind of the stores where I spent the least amount of time, least amount of money, and then go on to my big shop. For the most part, I like to shop at Aldi and Walmart. I like to hit specialty markets when it's necessary for things that they don't have, like special international food, or if there's a really, really good deal, I will definitely stop by another store. And I'll say first off, maybe a little disclaimer, if you're not the type of girl who likes to go to multiple stores, if you prefer, hey, I'm just gonna buy everything at one spot, that saves my gas or whatever, then this probably is not the video for you. Because I'll tell you right now, I went to 6 different stores. I made 7 stops because I had to go to Aldi twice. But for me, it wasn't a huge driving trip that took me out of the way. Now, there was one store that I wanted to go that was really just nowhere in the vicinity of where I was going. So I put it off to another day. So I don't just drive anywhere. I know that I just got a car again and I'm like driving all over the place, but it's kind of like the new car thing. Just being the newness of having a car again, but also like, this is how I like to shop. So I went to a little Asian market in St. Paul, got my mango. I was able to get 6 of the honey mango, which will make basically 6 servings of mango sticky rice. And they cost me $4.81. They were marked as $5. I don't know why I got a discount, but I'm definitely not complaining. Then I went to United Noodles. That's where I got my soba noodles, my sriracha, and my miso. Total for those 3 was $17.27, which I think is a pretty good deal. That miso is gonna last me for a good long while. Definitely have enough for this meal and extra left over to make this or something else that I wanna make with miso. Same with the soba noodles. I think I have more than enough for 1 serving. So if I end up liking the soba noodles and I wanna make it again, at least I already have the soba noodles. I don't have to make a special trip for that. Everything else I can pretty much get in a store that's within, I don't know, 2 miles of me. So much less driving. Now, the second co-op that I went to, that's where I had to get my farro. I was expecting to be able to get it at the normal co-op that I go to. I don't know why they didn't have it. They didn't even look to have an empty spot for it in the bulk section. So it just must be something that they don't sell. In the future, I might try to just go to the second co-op first, right? And then since I know they have farro, maybe their bulk section is just better. I think I might have run into this before where I've had to go to that co-op to get other stuff, but I don't know if it's because it was just on my way home, which it happened to be when I was shopping. I didn't have to really go out of my way to go to this co-op. It was just on the way home, which is kind of how I justify going to 6 different stores. Like if it's on my way home, I mean, I didn't really go out of my way. So the farro cost me $3.73, which is a really good deal when you take into the account that I really don't like to have a lot of extra stuff in the house. I know I just got through saying like, hey, I have these soba noodles, but it's like when it comes to farro, I'd rather just get what I need for this meal and just use it up, because I don't really repeat dishes like that. I made this dish once before, but that was like probably right around when I got the cookbook. And this is from Skinny Taste Meal Prep. I feel like that cookbook came out probably like 2019 maybe. So I've made it 2 times in 5 years. I'm not the type to like cook the same thing over and over. That's why for, I believe, every single one of these recipes, I have cut it down to make 2 servings. I'm gonna reveal how many breakfasts I have, how many desserts, how many main dishes later on in the video, so you can kind of get an idea of how much variety that I'm gonna have here. And I was actually really surprised about how it kind of worked out. I was like, wow, I didn't really plan this the way I should have, but it kind of worked out. So moving on to the co-op where I got a decent amount of stuff, all of my bulk items basically, and then my chicken thigh, I spent $9.36. You saw the chicken thigh that I got earlier. The bulk items that I got were my cornmeal, like my seeds, my peas, and my cabbage. And when you really break down the bulk prices, I'm just gonna detour here for a second. I really saved a bunch by getting stuff out of the bulk bin. I was able to get my cornmeal for 5 cents, my sesame seeds for 10 cents, and my flaxseed meal for 12 cents. My hemp seeds were 60 cents and my sugar snap peas 81 cents. And then when it comes to the snow peas, I paid $1.47. So definitely a bit more there. And then the last item that I got was, I call it bulk, but it's not really bulk, but it was cabbage. It was $1.99, but I kind of got the right amount that I would have needed. I didn't really price that at Walmart. I might have been able to get a smaller one and it might have been, the same price or maybe a little bit cheaper, but I hate to see something that you need in one store and then try to save like 10 cents, pass it up. You go to the second store, they don't have it. That has happened to me too much lately. So now we get to Aldi and Walmart. Aldi and Walmart are where I spent the bulk of my money for sure. My Aldi total was $61.55. And my Walmart total was $149.94. Now, I'm not gonna go over every single item that I bought from Aldi that was cheaper at Aldi than it was at Walmart. But basically what I did was, I put the items on my list, everything that I needed to get on my Walmart list, shopping in store at the store that I was gonna shop at. I went to Aldi. As I was in Aldi, anytime I went down the list and I saw something where I could save money, whether it be just like 3 cents when it came to a few things on my list or, over a couple bucks when it came to the pecans, when I saw that item cheaper in front of me on the store shelf at Aldi, I would just delete it off my list, put it in my basket. I ended up saving $7.15 on just items that I chose to buy at Aldi when I went there first, rather than waiting until I got to Walmart. And this might not sound like a lot to you, but for me, I just like to save money, number one. Number two, when I was in Walmart, that was the last place that I was looking for Worcestershire sauce. Now I looked for it in Aldi. It must be seasonal because I didn't see it at the Aldi when I went, but the Walmart brand was $1. So I was looking forward to buying the store brand. I'm a total store brand type of girl. Like, you cannot convince me that the stuff's not the same. So I was gonna buy the dollar store brand. They didn't have it. I had to buy the name brand, which I believe was $4.88. So I spent almost $4 extra on that Worcestershire sauce. But because I saved, $7 just picking up the stuff in Aldi, it doesn't feel bad. I don't feel like, damn, I had to buy the name brand. I just feel like, hey, good thing I saved that money at Aldi. It's all a wash. You know what I mean? So I'm not really just trying to save a penny no matter what. I wasn't going to go to another store to look for, some sauce. I'll just buy it there because that's my last stop anyway. But as far as my big, savings from Aldi versus Walmart, of course, the pecans were the big money saver, and I'll get to those in a second. But before that, I was able to save 80 cents on the vanilla extract over the Walmart price, and the avocado oil spray was 79 cents cheaper at Aldi. And for all of these items, by the way, I did get the exact same ounce measurement on the package. Like, I made sure that I was comparing like product to like product. And the Parmesan that I got it for $1.03 cheaper at Aldi. And like I've been mentioning, the pecans, I saved a whopping $2.35. They were $3.99 at Aldi for an 8-ounce bag of chopped pecans. And at Walmart, they were over $6. I could not believe the savings. I was so kind of thrown off by the savings. I almost bought a 10-ounce bag in Aldi for a couple bucks more than the Walmart price, saying, okay, it's a couple ounces more, it's a couple bucks more, no problem. And then I realized, well, wait a second, if I get the exact same bag, it's like so much cheaper. So I went ahead and got that. And that's gonna be really, really nice because in my granola that I make, those pecans go so great. And then, like I mentioned, those soft oat and nut bars, that's gonna be delicious. Now, if you wanna know the total of what I spent throughout all my trips, I spent a grand total of $246.66. I have 3 desserts in that total. I have 2 breads. I'm gonna make a no-knead focaccia bread and a no-knead seeded bread. I'm excited to make the seeded bread. I have some whole wheat flour that I have not been using. The focaccia, that's why I got the bulk cornmeal. You just need a little bit for the bottom of the focaccia. Both of those breads are gonna be what I use to eat with the soup. Now, I'm only making 2 servings of soup. I thought for a moment that I was making 4, which is why I was kind of making so much bread. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, since I'm only making 2 servings of the soup, I think I'll just make the no-knead seeded bread. That's gonna be a lot easier to basically eat than the focaccia. No-knead bread. This seeded bread that I've made in the past, it is so delicious. I will show you guys how to make it this week. So if you wanna make it, you can. And that's why I got those seeds from the bulk bin, because they really do add what I need to the bread. That's why to be able to buy all those bulk items and spend like what, $2 to $3, that is such a savings rather than buying a huge bag of hemp seed hearts or a huge bag of flaxseed meal, which might only run you like $4 for the flaxseed at Aldi, but you really just save money just getting what you need, because I can never guarantee that I'm gonna wanna make this bread again in 2 weeks. Like, I'm probably gonna be over the bread, you know? So if I had those ingredients in my fridge, they're just gonna go bad. I have 3 options for desserts. My 2 soups are 2 servings of the mushroom soup, same soup. I'm making the 1 bread that I've decided, since I'm only making 2 servings of soup. The bread is the no-knead seeded bread. I do believe it's small batch, so it's not gonna be an overwhelming amount of bread, but how can you have too much fresh bread anyway? If you ever made fresh bread, you already know, like, you already know. Now, I do have 9 servings of breakfast options. Let me grab my list of what I have. My first breakfast is a protein peanut butter and jelly smoothie bowl. So I'll get to use my creamy. That'll be really fun. I think I'm gonna do that for sure on Wednesday, since we are back to having class on the internet where it belongs. Praise the Lord. I'll be able to get up, make my little smoothie bowl, and, like, you know, get all cozy. So that's a 1 serving recipe, and the remainder of these 4 recipes make 2 servings each. I have my creamy overnight oats with blueberries and pistachios. This is from the Skinny Taste Simple cookbook. It's another recipe that I've really latched onto. I've made it a ton. I think I said in a previous vlog, like, I have to stop cooking it so I don't get sick of it. And right around when I said that, I did stop making it. And I made it, I think, once, maybe 2-3 weeks ago when I had some leftover yogurt. But besides that, I haven't made it again. So I'm really excited to kind of have that back on the menu. Another bowl that I have is a peanut butter breakfast oatmeal bowl. That's something that I'm kind of taking a chance on. I do love banana, and this recipe has a whole banana in it, and I do love peanut butter. I actually kind of love peanut butter banana sandwiches. So I really don't know why I'm tripping, but it's kind of like something I'm going out on a limb on, and I'm making 2 servings of it. It's normally a 1 serving recipe, but I just said, hey, I'm gonna make 2. So I'm just kind of hoping that I like it, but it's a Skinny Taste recipe, and she really hardly goes wrong. So that's another one that I'm really excited to kind of see how it goes for sure. And then we have 2 more overnight oats. We have a strawberry cheesecake and a key lime pie. They're both delicious. I've made them before. They have a little bit of cream cheese in them, which really makes them rich and have something that regular overnight oats doesn't have. So I'm really excited to make those. They just take a little bit of more work. When I'm making a Skinny Taste Simple recipe for the overnight oats, it's really as simple as stir together your oats, your milk, your yogurt, your sweetener, stir it together, put it in the fridge. That's it. You can do it on even the laziest days. Now the topping, the blueberries, takes a little bit more work, but really not that much more. You just heat blueberries on the stove, and even using frozen blueberries, it works. So it's kind of foolproof. Now this strawberry and this key lime pie, overnight oats, they take work. You have to make sure that your ingredients are softened so you can really get a good mix on them. You have to, I think, zest some of the lime. You have to do all kinds of stuff. I think you have to chop strawberries, which is not a lot of stuff, but you just kind of have to be in the mood for that. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know what you're getting into. And I've been in this mood lately where I want to have home cooked food, but I don't want to cook it. But if I have one recipe where it's like, okay, it's an old standby, I know how easy it is to make it, but if I just can put a little bit more effort into it, I can get these awesome oats as well. And I'm making 2 different ones, and it's gonna be pretty much the same amount of effort, you know, to prep them, because the base is pretty much similar. I'm gonna feel really excited that I did it. So those are my 5 breakfast options. Okay, so when it comes to main dishes, this is where I really kind of plan perfectly. I have a total of 14 servings of main dishes. I'm finally gonna make something with basil so I can clean out that jungle over there, thank God. So my pesto chicken and roasted veggie farro bowls, the chicken in that is marinated in a spinach arugula pesto. That's what I got those mixed greens for, the baby spinach and arugula. And I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup of hacked basil in that recipe, which is gonna add a wonderful basil flavor. Not to mention, I'm getting to use a ton of basil leaves, because when they say packed honey, I'm gonna pack it. And then I'm probably gonna just go ahead and cut the whole thing down, start over again, and try to cultivate something that's not as overwhelming and start kind of cooking through it on a more reasonable schedule. I'm also using some of those basil leaves as a garnish for a creamy pesto chicken and a lemon pasta, which is going to be the side for the creamy pesto chicken. Now, those two recipes are from Feel Good Foodie. Haven't really made a lot of her stuff, and I don't think I'm going to make a lot of her stuff going forward. But I do have this pesto recipe, so I can use up some pesto that I had in my cabinet. I can also garnish the chicken with the basil from my garden. And the last two main meals that I have to make have the food cart style chicken salad with white sauce. I guess it's like a pretty well known or popular food truck maybe in the New York area. I've never been there. I think it's Halal Brothers. And I guess it's like a knockoff of one of their dishes. It is so delicious. I don't know if they serve it over a salad like this, but when you add the harissa or harissa, I don't know how you say it. When you add that, it adds such a amazing spice. When you add it to that crisp lettuce, those tomatoes, that onion, it is honestly, the chicken, not to mention the chicken, it is so incredible. So I love this dish, and probably in my top 5, if not top 5, definitely top 10 Skinny Taste recipes is the chicken and couscous bowls with piri piri. So there's 2 things that I do different than this meal than the book. Pretty minor if you ask me. Instead of using regular couscous, I like Israeli couscous. Now, I guess now that I'm saying it, that might be kind of major depending on how you're looking at it. I think couscous is a grain, while Italian couscous is pasta, which matters if you are going out for some, I guess, special dietary need, but I'm going off what I like to eat, and I don't like regular couscous. It doesn't taste good to me. So I make it with Israeli couscous, which makes it phenomenal. And then she calls for a red jalapeno. I just use a regular green jalapeno. That's what I've always ever been able to find. It's always been amazing. That dish also has a beautiful amount of heat. It is so spicy, and it has a cool cucumber, tomato, and onion salad that is just it. When you have the warm couscous with the chicken and that cold salad and that spice, everything together, it is incredible. So I'm looking forward to cooking all these meals. I definitely need to sit down, figure out what order I want to eat them in, see how many I want to start cooking this weekend. I know my bread, my seeded no-knead bread, needs to ferment for like 12 to 18 hours. More than likely, I'm going to get that started this evening so that I can cook it tomorrow, which probably means the soup is going to come first and things like that. I just want to get everything down, have a plan. There might be something, who knows, that I can cook in between Clinic One Theory and Dental Materials. I do believe we have a 2-hour break, and now that I have a car, I don't have to head out, 15 minutes after the first class is over. I have a little bit of time to be flexible with, especially if it makes time with the other things I want to get done around the house, like cross waving my floor. I'm in the middle of laundry. I have some to put away. I'm going to have some to put away tomorrow. So just kind of a lot on my plate before this week gets started. And then after this week, we're going to start seeing patients again, and things are going to pick right up. So hoping this cooking kind of like brings me to a place of zen and calm and positivity so that I can get through the rest of the semester, because it is going to be, as I always say, a lot. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys. You're going to see me cooking and eating this week. And again, let me know if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, any criticism. Let me know in the comments. Happy to hear what you have to say. And I'll see you guys in just a bit. Well, good morning. So I gotta say, I definitely feel when a day starts with what I'm doing today, taking the sheets off, getting everything changed over, washing, it's definitely gonna be a good day. There's nothing like getting into the bed and the sheets are fresh. Really nothing like it. I guess I watched the duvet today. I can't remember the last time I washed it. Try to wash it. I don't know, like, I can't remember when I washed it. I should probably wash it. I mean, it's probably been like, it's been at the most a month and a half. I've been a duvet girl for a while. How about you guys? Are you guys duvet people or like comforter people? When I was younger, I would have like the bedding set that came in a bag, you know, like with the matching comforter and sheets and pillow set. And it was like the best thing ever. Then like when I got to college, I went to IKEA and they had a duvet cover. I was like, okay, that's the new bed in the bag. But it's better because you can, you know, pick your weight of comforter and it's not plastic. It's not polyester too. That's a positive. Since I'm washing the duvet cover, that's gonna mean one more load before I can dry the sheets, because obviously I dry them all together since I pay by the load. So I'll definitely get these started as the first 2 loads. You can see I have, maybe the camera can't see, but I have a full drying rack to put up, but I only washed them last night, so I don't know if they're dry. There are some towels on there and some stuff that sometimes takes a little bit to dry. So today on the menu, lunch is going to be an udon bowl with crispy tilapia. I think the recipe name is a little bit different. I will put the recipe name, the real name, in the description box, so just check below to see what it's called. If you want the recipe, like if you want me to write it out, let me know. I'm not going to write it out now because I think there's some law about how recipes are copywritten. I think like I'd have to do something to, let me know in the comments if you want the recipe. Anyway, dinner's gonna be chicken with Israeli couscous and piri piri. I'm making 1 serving of the tilapia and both servings of the chicken. And I also, this evening, am going to prep the seeded bread to cook tomorrow, Monday. I'm also going to make the mushroom soup because, like I said, I'm going to be cooking the bread tomorrow. Want the soup to be ready. I'm going to make creamy pesto chicken and the lemon pasta, which is the side dish for that. That meal is going to come up for the first time on Tuesday. It's coming up again on Saturday, so I'm going to need it cooked. Why not cook it today? And then the last thing that I'm going to be doing is marinating the pesto chicken for the pesto chicken with farro and roasted vegetables. I'm also going to cut the vegetables for that meal, and then I'm going to cut the vegetables for my cold soba sesame salad. I'm also going to make the dressing for that soba salad. I'm not going to put like anything together. I'm just going to have all my components. Tomorrow I have a whole nother agenda, but I think I'll just take it day by day. So that's my cooking plan for today and my food plan for today. I'm going to go ahead and get to breakfast after I get my clothes in the washing machine. I'll check in a little bit later. Hello, welcome back. I am making a late lunch, but a lunch nonetheless. Making this old recipe from Plated. Plated is an old recipe box that used to be around and then they went under. So that's their story. I have 1 clove of garlic that I'm gonna mince later. I'm just gonna put it in my little thing for now. And I'm gonna get my flour mixture together. It's not flour at all, it's cornstarch and tapioca flour, 2 tablespoons of each on a plate. This is gonna make the tilapia, which is what you see there, super crispy, with the added bonus, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, of it being gluten-free. So definitely check that if you can't eat gluten, because I don't want to be out here spreading misinformation. I think that the recipe says to season the fish with salt and pepper, but I always find it easier to just season my dredging mixture with salt and pepper. So I'll mix it a little bit first, then I will season it and get it all over my freshly cleaned floor. Since I'm seasoning the dredging mixture, I season it pretty heavily because that's where all the seasoning on the fish is coming from. That might have actually been kind of light. Now that you look at it, like, where did all that pepper go? It's gone. There we go. Now we got a good seasoned dredging mixture. And I'm really getting this all over my floor, which is, like I said, I just crosswave, so it's just wonderful. While my pan is getting hot, I'm going to chop my green onions. I gotta keep the green, light green and dark green separate. I don't know why I got such vastly different sized containers, but I did. I'm gonna be heating up sesame oil. Okay, so we're keeping white and light green separate from dark green. So I know it's cutting on this stove is a mess, but that's what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna dredge my fish in my cornstarch and tapioca flour mixture. All right, so our sesame oil is nice and heated. I make sure it's spread around the pan, and then I'm gonna get my tilapia in there. It's 1 to 2 minutes per side. Maybe I'll turn the heat up a bit because it feels like it's not on at all. And then I'm gonna try to get some stuff out of the way here. Here's my little garlic thing. It's pretty darn cool. We also need to put a half a tablespoon of sesame oil in this small pan. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn these. The tilapia is coming out and it's obviously not cooked. You can see there's still quite a bit of cornstarch, flour on one side of both. So that's okay. Purpose is not for it to be fully cooked, it's for it to be lightly browned. We're gonna get the udon in this pan as soon as this heats up. I think I'm gonna raise the temp. At this point, we're gonna cut the tilapia into pieces, 1-inch chunks. I just use my kitchen shears. I figure, why not? What better to use it for than a kitchen task? I just cut it into, like, I don't know, pieces that feel like they would be good to eat as a portion, like as a, forkful. And I meant to only make 1 piece of salmon or 1 piece of tilapia and cook the other part later, but I completely forgot when I was defrosting them, so I defrosted them both, so I'm gonna cook them both. I'm supposed to just put this back into crisp, but I kind of want to put more of this on it. Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm gonna try it, see what happens. Also, we need to start heating up half a tablespoon of sesame oil. This oil is ready. I'm gonna add my udon and my garlic. Cook it for about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let's get the toss on. We'll use our silicone tongs. Your timer on, so good. You're not gonna overcook that. Let's toss our tilapia a bit more. Basically just tossing the ones that feel extra wet, or if they look extra big, they have like a lot more surface area on them. I'm throwing them in there. This will just serve to make them extra crispy, which we love. I make such a mess when I cook. It's a nightmare in here. All right, now I'm officially done with this. Back to the udon over here. Got just about 5 more seconds left. I think it could get a little bit warmer, so I'm gonna leave it for just a moment. I am going to turn my fish. Oh yeah, that was a smart move, putting more flour on there, making it super crispy. It'll be able to sit here for a few minutes while I finish with the udon noodles. And it's just gonna get better. All right, so let's finish with these udon noodles. We need to add soy sauce, sriracha, and then the light green onions. Cook it for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes. Well, all right, lunch is served, and now we have the best part. We got a full complement of water right there. Get myself a fork, show you all my beautiful meal. You can't really see the udon noodles. There they are, they're under there. I got myself a nice big portion of fish. Half of it, I did bring the soy sauce to the table just in case I need any more, but let's take a bite and see how this tastes. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's piping hot. That is good. The tapioca flour and cornmeal, cornstarch are nicely seasoned. Fish has a nice crispiness to it. Oh yeah, seasoning is nice. You don't need any soy sauce. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. All right, first meal down of the week. delicious. I think I'm realizing that I put half as much of the soy sauce and sriracha that I was supposed to put in it, because I think I was going off the assumption that I was only making half the noodles, but I think I made all the noodles. All that to say, I don't think I followed the recipe right, but it is still like delicious. I think I don't have it as seasoned enough as it should be, and it still tastes so good. So if you guys like tilapia udon noodles, like more Asian type flavors, you should make this for sure. It's delicious. Hey, good morning, welcome. Usually I would say welcome to the vlog, but we've been at this for a couple days and my voice sounds like I just woke up. I didn't just wake up. I did just kind of get out of the bed like half an hour ago, but I got up at 8 o'clock today to register and really never went back to sleep. Pretty happy with my schedule, really happy with my schedule actually. I didn't get the schedule that I wanted. The one that I wanted had me going to radiology on Wednesday at 10 a.m. and doing clinic on Monday and Tuesday. But if you take a look at the schedule I'm doing now, I think it's better because I can use Monday, that break that I have. You see that, what is it, a 3-hour break? I can use that break to confirm patients for Tuesday and Wednesday. I can use that to put in their medication history if I have any of that info. So I kind of think that not jumping in to clinic on Monday is going to work out a lot better. And yeah, being there at 8 a.m. for radiology on Monday when I thought I was going to be there at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, it's fine. The 2 hours, it'll be just fine. I'll have enough time to eat. Like it'll be perfect. So I actually have a ton of cooking today. I did not cook near what I was supposed to cook last night. So what I'm going to start with after I eat breakfast is I'm going to start my marinades. I'm going to be marinating my broiled miso salmon and my pesto chicken bowls with roasted vegetables and farro. Those are both going to get marinated today. I'm going to cook them tonight. They were supposed to, basically, the chicken was supposed to be marinated last night. The salmon was always supposed to be today, so no problem on that. We'll be able to play catch up just fine. Just kind of have a really stacked plate, and a dishwasher is going to be going all day. I'm going to be, really doing my thing. Those are the first things that I have to do. I also did not make the creamy pesto chicken last night or the lemon pasta. I also need to make my creamy mushroom soup, my seeded no knead bread. It has just barely reached about 12 hours. It can go 12 to 18, so I just need to get to that in the next few hours. I need to make my chicken and couscous bowls with piri piri. The chicken on that is not marinated, so that'll be totally fine, a really, really quick meal. I also need to make my soba dressing, also basically the entire meal. And then moving on to the stuff that was just on the list for today anyway, we have our Asian chopped salad in a jar. I'm gonna make the marinade for my food cart chicken salad, which uses my chicken thighs that I have in there. So as you can see, a ton of stuff to cook today. Starting off with breakfast, super simple, just having my apple and berry Greek yogurt with my granola and some cereal. So I'll have that, a cup of coffee, and then I'll get started with all the cooking. See you guys later. Here's what my bread is looking like in the morning. Like I said, it's been about 13 hours at this point. Still gonna let it ferment for 2 or 3 more. It's gonna have an amazing flavor, and this is a small batch, so I'm not gonna have a ton of bread just like begging me to eat it. Hi, welcome. So I'm about to get my salmon marinade first, and then I'm gonna move on to the chicken. I'm gonna turn you guys around and get started with these marinades. Well, timed is kind of perfect. Looks like my dishwasher is just about to go off. I did an hour-long wash. Top was full, bottom was not, but I figured just go ahead and get it washed. Sorry I don't have my mic on. Sorry about that. There's no heated dry, so I'm gonna wipe down the counters again, get the dishes out, get them in the drying rack for the most part. start cooking. I was able to use that hour to pretty much make a list of what's coming next. I have a solid, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different elements I'd say I'm making. One is the pesto for the pesto chicken with farro and roasted vegetable bowl. One is the dressing for my sesame soba noodle salad. I want to make the mushroom soup, creamy pesto chicken, the lemon pasta, chicken and couscous with piri piri, and also I'm gonna make that bread. It's about that time. Once I get the counters wiped off, I can turn that over. And I actually might use a new, not new, it's been a while since I bought it, Dutch oven that I got from Aldi. It's a smaller one. I'm gonna get it down in just a minute and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, so we gotta go up there, see how it works. Is it gonna be the right size? I think the comments said that it needed to be at least 2 quart. Oh, this is 2 quart. This might be perfect. Maybe this is why I bought this, I don't know. Oh, it's still heavy. Oh. I'm gonna open it up, take a look at it, take a look at the bread, see where we're at. Yeah, I mean, there's not that much bread, it's pretty small. So probably be just fine. Let's take a look. Okay, but why is this so cute? Look, it's a pretty blue color and the top has silver on it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I bought this. I remember buying it, but I just like hadn't ever used it. Now I have something to use it for. I think the bread is going to be the perfect amount to fit in there. Oh my gosh. And this is oven safe up to 482. And we need to cook this at 425. So yay. I'm gonna get this washed and then get it in the oven preheating. It says let this rest for an hour. Let the bread rest for an hour after you kind of just turn it over on itself a few times. And then they said preheat this in the oven for the last 30 minutes, but I'm gonna go ahead and preheat it in the oven now. Longer is just gonna be a better, you know, it's gonna do the Dutch oven thing better. So yay, I'm so excited. All right, let's take a bite. So good. I'm gonna put the tiniest bit of salt on my bread. That is good. That's gonna go so good with my soup. Coming to you with a very late lunch. Chicken and couscous bowls with piri piri. There's my chicken. Here's a little salad. It's cucumber, tomato, parsley, red onion. And then I use Israeli couscous because regular couscous is no good. Here's the piri piri sauce. Oh boy, the recipe calls for a red jalapeno. I've never been able to find one. I just use a green one. This is what it looks like. Oh, it is so spicy and delicious. Save a little bit, see what happens. This was supposed to be dinner last night, but I got a little off track. So I have my second dishwasher load running for the day, another hour wash. I have cooked my bread. I've cooked my lemon pasta after I eat. Oh, and I've also made the spinach arugula pesto. It smells so good. After I finish eating, I'm going to continue with the creamy pesto chicken and the mushroom soup. These are coming along quite well. So hopefully you're enjoying this. Again, leave some comments if you want constructive criticism, whatever you got, I'm here. Okay, bye. Oh, maybe I should eat this, huh? Let's take a bite. People like the eating, do they? Maybe, I don't know. Got some of that piri piri, a little bit of chicken. Oh yeah, that's good. I think I'm gonna add the rest of this. It's delicious. I'm gonna finish eating. Bye. All right, just popping in to show you guys. I'm sorry that everything's a mess, but this is like real life in the middle of cooking. My hands are ashy because I keep washing them. I'm trying to get the moisture out of these onions, out of these mushrooms so I can proceed with the mushroom soup. I know that once they are dry, it's gonna be a more, you know, concentrated, mushroomy, delicious soup, and that's what I want, a mushroom soup. Anyway, this chicken is done. I'm going to divide it among these 2 meal prep containers. It's supposed to be 2 servings. I can maybe see it. So I'm gonna get that divided and then unload the dishwasher and probably load it right back up, start it pretty soon after, and keep on cooking. All right, so here is lunch, my pesto chicken with lemon pasta. Both of these are both of these are feel-good foodie recipes. I'll put the link down below. I tried the lemon pasta when I cooked it. It was good. I haven't tried the chicken yet though, so let's see how this tastes. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna taste just fine. Yeah, tastes good. Tastes like exactly what you would think for pesto chicken. That's exactly what it tastes like. No more, no less. So I'm gonna eat this with my little lemon pasta. And then I have, I'm gonna run the dishwasher. I'm going to prepare a few more, what was that? I'm gonna prepare a few more dishes, and then I'm gonna get my, what do you call that thing? Apron in the washing machine with my towels and stuff. I've been using a ton of kitchen towels, so. Yeah, that's really good together, especially. Yeah, very good. Huge portion of pasta, but you live, you learn. All right, so here are my finished salads. It's an Asian chopped salad with, I think, sesame soy vinaigrette, which at the bottom there. Then we have edamame, bell peppers, carrots, snow peas, green bell pepper, cabbage, and then romaine. So when you eat it, you kind of like, you know, whatever, turn it upside down. I meant to have one of those for breakfast this morning, but I didn't have my edamame done. I know you might be thinking like breakfast, but I used to eat this sometimes before work when I was a flight attendant. I would eat it like in the hotel before I came home. It was always so filling and like so delicious. But anyway, it got bumped on the meal plan list. The only thing I have to make is my soba sesame salad, but it's actually made. I just have to make another batch of dressing because the dressing spilled, so I don't have the full amount of dressing. So I'm gonna make that dressing, and then I want to make my dessert. All right, I'm checking in with my soft oat and nut bars. They smell so good. The nut I have is pecan. I'll link all these recipes below, or whatever book they came from. I'm so excited for these. You cut them into 9 pieces. I'm almost finished with my cooking. The only thing I have to do is to cut a green onion, and then I'm done. And I'll have food for the rest of the week. Yay! Look at these. Hi, welcome to today. About to eat breakfast. I have my ingredients for that roll up. I have the rest of the fruit, my banana that looks so cold or so dark because it was in the fridge, raspberries. I feel like you have to keep them separate. They get the rest of the fruit weird and it thaws out. Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, cinnamon, water. I'm gonna get that done really quick. And I have a midterm today. I think it's my second to last midterm because I don't think we've had a midterm in radiology. And I can't see why we wouldn't have one. So I think we do have a cumulative test coming up in a week or two. So that's probably it. What I was saying was I have a midterm today for Clinic 1 Theory. I still think I have one remaining for radiology. But as far as Clinic 1 Theory, I feel okay about it. The class starts at actually 9 o'clock. It's a 2-hour class. But the exam is, I feel like some of the stuff is, I'm not going to say common sense, but like stuff that you hopefully by now would kind of just be remembering just naturally. Not to say that I haven't studied. I've studied. I haven't studied as much as I quote unquote should have or whatever, but I guess I'm just never going to change. Good thing I'm not getting my bachelor's. This would be horrible. This would be absolutely horrible. Finally got in touch with my second year. Semi-settled on a date for her to come in, but I'm worried about 2 things. First thing, she said she's going to have to ask her job for the day off. And then also, I'm afraid I won't be able to finish her in 2 sessions. But I think I just have to step my game up dramatically. And I think that I just have to finish. I think that's it. I just have to finish. So whatever that means, I have to finish. So that'll be that. I'm gonna get my breakfast made and a coffee, sit down, eat, do a little bit of last minute studying. I'll probably start the exam by 10 o'clock. An hour is plenty of time to do, like I said, a 34 question midterm. After that, we had dental materials today, 1 o'clock on campus, dental materials week. I think we're taking impressions. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully I'll get my car set up working. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's going pretty good here. Today, instead of having clinic patients come in, we did dental materials week, which means that we did sealants on each other. I did 2 sealants on another student. I had 2 sealants done on me. And then we also took impressions on another student. And we did more pour-ups of, I think it was stone in the HYGIENE impression. We were only graded on the impression though. I believe I got a 95% because it did take me a retake, 1 retake on each arch. So I got some points off, no big deal. So I sealed another student's first molars, maxillary first molars. I sealed tooth number 3 and tooth number 14. I think I got a perfect score on those. There were no like notes about anything I need to change. It was a fun day today. Still very excited that tomorrow's Friday. Can't believe another week is basically down. I have really enjoyed the meal prepping this week. I will say that today being Pie Day, I went to Taco Bell and got a Mexican pizza for $3.14 for lunch. I know, but it was Pie Day. It is Pie Day. And let me tell you, that Mexican pizza, oh, it was delicious. Somebody put their foot in it. It was meaty. It was beany. It was cheesy. It was saucy. It was tomatoey. It was crispy. It was truly everything. And it was $3.14. So, okay. Any complaints? I don't have any. Back to meal prepping. I have enjoyed it. The one thing I'll say is I definitely should not have prepped a meal for every single day. Oh, this tripod is doing me dirty. It slides down, I think. I don't know if it's sliding down or if it's me, because honestly, it could be either one. It could be a combination of both. It could be the tripod and it could be me. Back to the meal prepping. I want to leave one day where I don't plan a lunch and a dinner, because that leaves room for like today when I went to Taco Bell for lunch. And then I think last night I didn't eat dinner. It was just gonna be too heavy. So I ate some oatmeal instead. I just knew that after work, I needed to go to sleep and there was no way I was gonna eat my planned dinner. It was a pesto with roasted veggie farro bowl. I might actually have that before I go to work right now, and I'll show you guys the meal. It looks amazing. The only thing I'll say is that the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of cooked farro, and I googled how much does 1 cup dry farro make, and it said 3 cups. So I just cooked 1/2 cup dry, and I just assumed it was 1.5 cups. I didn't measure it. It seemed like the pesto that I made covered it nicely. It doesn't seem like it's dry or anything like that. There's also a tablespoon that you set aside to put on top of it. So it looks very delicious, as you're gonna see here. But a couple things I learned about meal prep. I use a ton of kitchen towels, which that's what they're for. Instead of using paper towels, I have like kitchen towels I got off Amazon, and they are definitely varying, stages of stained and ripped, but they are all clean, that's for sure. And it's a lot less wasteful than paper towels, so that feels good. But I was gonna say also, I need to cross wave after I cook, but that one didn't really just come to me. I kind of knew that I should cross wave after I cook, but like I always have my counters clean, disinfected before I start cooking. But when I can start with the floor looking nice too, I really feel like I'm on top of the world. But it does go to shit super quick when you're like, I think I was breading the tilapia and then like the flour was going on the floor. It was like, I just cleaned these floors. So I'm gonna have to either get used to cross waving like twice a week with like a day or two in between, or cross waving once and making it after you cook. So not starting with a clean floor. I don't know. These are just the things that occupy my mind. Anyway, let me go ahead and get those towels folded up so that I have somewhere to put my clothes that come out of the washing machine. Go ahead and get my clothes ready for work tonight. Grab my water bottle and everything I need, so that way when it's time to go, I can just head right out. And of course, I'm gonna fit in my dinner, really early dinner in between there. So I will show you guys that dinner. That's all for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye. This is the 2 tablespoons of pesto. That's 1 for each serving. Does not look great now, congealed like that. It is what it is. But this farro bowl also probably doesn't look great the way it is. I think the chicken and vegetables actually look pretty good, but you can't see any of the delicious farro. So I'm gonna put it in this bowl to heat it easier. But I think this is one of those dishes where it's not gonna look super cute unless you plated it cute. So here's the product out of the microwave. I haven't put the pesto on top. This bowl is so hot. I'm just gonna plop it on there. It is not gonna be cute at all. I've had this dish one other time and I remember really enjoying it. So here goes nothing with the pesto plopped on top. Bottoms up. Hey, back from work, and as you can see, I did fold up my towels, but I didn't put the other stuff in there. They were totally done before I left, but I didn't put them up. That's the beauty of living alone. You don't have anybody to yell at you to be like, you left your clothes in the washing machine for 3.5 hours when you went to work. You did what? Nobody's coming for me. So we love that. That farro pesto chicken farro bowl is so good. Look at so you guys saw mine earlier. I don't know if it looks exactly like that, but pretty good. I use my grill pan that I got from Aldi to grill my chicken. You guys can use frozen vegetables and roast them. I use frozen broccoli to roast for this. Delicious. And I like my vegetables actually roasted. Like when they tell you to roast it, I like to roast them. This says you preheat your oven to 400 and then you roast for 20 minutes. That's not roasted. I probably cooked mine for probably more like 35 minutes to get some color on it, you know, some flavor. And when you're cooking it that long, frozen broccoli does just fine. If you don't want to cook it that long, what I heard you can do is preheat your pan, your cookie sheet in the oven while you preheat the oven. And then of course, take it out with, you know, don't like put your hand on it. And then put your frozen broccoli or vegetables on that hot pan back in the oven. I heard that helps too. Let me go ahead and get my second and final load of the day into the washing machine after I take my other ones out, and then you know, shower, all that good stuff, and get into bed so that I can get myself a good night's sleep. Daylight saving time really messed me up last week. Like I've been messed up all week. I've been off. Okay, so I'm really hoping that this weekend I can get on, because I've been so off this week. Talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, here's this morning's breakfast. Peanut butter breakfast oatmeal bowl. We have chia seeds, bananas, melted peanut butter, quote unquote, which is just better, like powdered peanut butter, pretty thinned out, raspberries, blueberries, oatmeal under there. Excited for breakfast. I think I'm gonna have yogurt too. I realized I forgot my almonds, so I just added the almonds to it. It's very good. I really like this. I think I'll make it again for sure. Hey, welcome to the end of the week, the end of the school week anyway. Happy to be here. I'm still on campus. I'm about to eat some food. I have creamy mushroom soup, and I have 2 slices of my seeded bread here. And then I am heading right on up to the plasma center. Not excited to really do this, excited for the paycheck, and I'm grateful. So I heated up my soup in the microwave. The only thing I wish I had, I might buy it off Temu, one of those things that you can put on your steering wheel and you can use it to eat as like a tray table. Because if I'm going to be doing this on Fridays after school, I need a better way to do this. I've already started like a no driving or no eating in the car while it's driving, like in motion. But I'm okay with like eating while it's stopped, but you still have to be careful, especially with like bread, you know? Let's talk about radiology today while I get started on my food. We did placing of the films for a full mouth series, 18 x-rays, but we just didn't take the actual images. Definitely different, but in a good way. Getting used to actual human beings because they have real anatomy, they have tori, they have feelings, they're gonna tell you what's going on. So, you know, they have facial expression. So it's really nice to, maybe I should move that down. Sorry about that, guys. But, you know, they'll let you know how they're feeling. So definitely an interesting experience. I asked if we could trade and not come in at 10 o'clock. Like maybe they can come in, or not come in at 8 o'clock. Maybe they can come in at 10, or maybe we can come in at 9. And she was like, no. So there goes that. Oh, this soup is so good, you guys. It has like some grease on the top. This is a budget bites recipe, not a skinny taste recipe, honey. This has heavy cream in it. That's really hot, really delicious. Those mushrooms, baby. Look at those meaty ass mushrooms. Look at that. Can you guys see those mushrooms? Wow. Anyway, let me go ahead and finish eating. You guys, look what I actually got this time. Forget my nails if they're dirty. I just came from work, so I do definitely apologize. But this time, it's not a joke. It's not papers telling me we can't do it. It is actually the thing. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to get this taken care of tomorrow. I actually have a lot to take care of tomorrow. I wasn't able to get plasma today. One of my numbers was too low. This happens like all the time with my body. It's been happening for years. It is what it is. Try again tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and get this open. Get some dishes done, shower, might get in the bed early tonight. I've been sleeping really early all week. Daylight saving time has fucked me over, man. So I gotta get some sleep. Since I wasn't planning on doing plasma tomorrow, I was kind of just planning on sleeping until whenever. But tomorrow, now I have a plan of having to get up and go to the plasma center. So since I have something to do, something reason to get out of the house, I wanna make sure that I have my dishes unloaded, dishwasher loaded, at least ready to be productive. If I don't run it tonight, I can put, you know, tomorrow's breakfast dishes in there and then get it run. I'm gonna go ahead and get tonight over with. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. You guys, I'm so irritated. This is the title for my new car. Oh my God. I am never going to get rid of this old car. I will never get rid of it. It's true, I will never get rid of it. On Monday, I'm going to call the St. Paul title office that I went to get my stuff. Tell them, hey, you know, just want to double check, make sure everything's okay on your end. I have not gotten a title, and I've since purchased a new car and gotten a new title, and that has already come to me, and I haven't gotten anything from the old car. I did that stuff maybe 2 to 3 weeks prior to this, so you know, just checking. But at least I have my new title. That feels good. I gotta make sure I put this in a safe place, which I will, and that'll be that. But I really did think it was the title to the, I did think there was a chance it was the title to the new car, but I didn't even want to say it. I didn't even want to put that out there because I was like, no, we're not even gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. But of course that's what it was. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Well, we're coming to you from the cell phone again. It's been a while since we've done this, so forgive anything odd that you're seeing. Plasma was so quick, it's the quickest $100 I've ever made. And I'm going to now go to Sam's Club and grab some gas with the money that I just made. That's what this money's for, this car. But yeah, plasma went super quick. I came to a center that is known for being pretty efficient. My appointment was at 12:30. By 2 o'clock, I was out of there and I was a new donor. They're really rocking with their time. I was thinking maybe 3 hours today. So the fact that I got out at 2 o'clock instead of 3:30, I'm loving it. I'll be back here on Monday. Gonna come to the same exact center. No reason not to. And I'll be doing this for the next 2 weeks. And then I'll be moving on to the next center. Like I said, this is gonna net me $500. So that's gonna be great. That's gonna cover my next insurance payment, my gas for the next month plus, and probably cover some more stuff related to the car that I'm not even thinking about. Oh, I also have a protein box in here. Praise the Lord, because I am kind of hungry. I love a good old chilled lunchbox. So I have my protein box in here. We have our bread up here, apples over here, eggs, grapes at the top. Your cheese is under the bread there. Havarti today. That's gonna be delicious. Oh, and of course I have my peanut butter. It's not peanut butter at all. It's almond cashew. Wait. Yeah, almond cashew coconut butter. I don't know what it is, y'all. I'll link the video where I talked about it. Anyway, I'm gonna go. People are looking at me and I'm ready to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.